welcome to Stellaris Boardgame. I'm your usual host, Joe Still, and I'm joined here by Tony Tonzalato. How are you, Tony?
Hello. Yeah, I've brought board game news to the
You
podcast for a
you
very long time.
you linked this as I was trying to troubleshoot my
Yeah.
as I was trying to troubleshoot my microphone because basically the Blue Yeti is so
It's
inconsistent these days that I'm just using my standard microphone that I use for everyday use now, and I'm just not
it
gonna worry about the audio quality anymore because the Yeti's dead. It's just too
it's basically
inconsistent.
50-50 on whether or not like not 50-50 like, per time, but like 50-50 like during like an hour whether or not it'll buzz, basically. Like it's
Yeah, like
it's it's getting
sometimes I plug it
crazy.
in, it buzzes straight away, and then sometimes, like halfway through recording the podcast, it'll start buzzing. But the thing
Yeah.
is, I've given up like trying to wear monitor headphones to try and monitor the buzzing, so I don't even know when it's gonna buzz unless I listen to a recording because I'm just wearing my wireless headphones now because I've just
Yeah.
given up on it. So
More comfy.
yeah, it's more comfort. I can do spins in my chair if I wanted to.
Yeah, it's true.
Hmm. Anyway, you linked me this as I was setting up the podcast. I thought it was pretty cool. You love Stellaris, I know you do.
Yeah.
So
I'm
there's
I've already
this.
pre-ordered the next Stellaris expansion on the Steam. So this, however,
I'm
is a
always
board game,
I,
a
I'm
Stellaris board game.
I'm always talking about the like Slay the Spire board game, the Binding of Isaac board
Yeah,
game. They look pretty sick. So I thought you could talk about.
yeah.
Shall I
This
play the
okay, yeah,
Shall I play the trailer?
yeah, yeah. I think there's no. I think the music is there, so I think it's all good.
I'll just play muted just in case.
But yeah, I guess information, interesting information. This was backed fully within like 15 minutes or something. Like
Flipping.
it's one of
Like,
the
okay, I
fastest
gotta, I
backed.
gotta show them the fucking 1.6 million pounds on this. Like, flipping hell, like, strategy
They only
paradox
wanted
fans.
36,000. It's crazy.
A lot of people are gonna be playing over the board, Stellaris in 2022. So,
Oh, I know what's happened to it. Everyone's bought like I wanted to play with you. Like you bought your own and I bought our own because we're gonna play our own version, like mirrored. So like
mm,
you play your own and I then move yours as you do stuff. That's what's happening, I think.
right.
Pandemic board gaming.
You'd love to see it.
Yeah, but yeah, it's coming. It's
Oh
estimated
shit!
to
I forgot to
release
change
April
the. I forgot
2020.
to change the podcast to the next number along. What's the
Oh no.
Stellaris board game? That's the title of the podcast. If it's different in the YouTube video, then you'll know that I've had a better idea. That's the Twitch stream title.
Yeah.
It's always like when Dave's watching the podcast, he goes, "Ah, it's the Christmas podcast," and I go, "Ah, shit! I haven't changed the title." Go on. What are you saying?
I can't. What was I saying?
I don't know.
Oh, it's coming out April 2022 is the estimated delivery date. So I
Mhm.
guess it's going to be post-pandemic board game.
Fingers crossed we can get these
Fingers crossed, yeah.
vaccines through. Yeah,
I don't know.
as a
I don't
couple
think they've
of
got.
youngish men, we are not looking good on the list, but hopefully we'll get
Mm,
round to
mm,
having ours.
yeah, hopefully. But yeah, I don't think they've got like test models yet. But I'm really liking the renders of the little I guess like the Leviathan models look really cool. That's kind of what I'm excited
Mm.
for. But I need to. I've not yet looked at how you play the game. I just know like vaguely how you construct an empire and what
Hasn't
the
looked at
type
how
of
you
game.
play the game. I need to back the
I've looked a
hundred.
little bit.
I have to
I
back
haven't
the
seen a
hundred
full
and
gameplay.
seventy pound edition.
Yeah, I want the one that just has everything in it. It looks great.
Yeah. I get
It's a
that
lot of
when you like
cards.
when you go to look at the Steam sale and it's like I've never played this game before, but I should get the bundle with all the DLC in
Yeah.
it just so I have all the content.
You know how like you see like a load like a load of achievements like for a game you love, you're like, oh, I'm gonna get all the achievements. Like it's
Mm.
kind of like that but with money. Like I'm gonna
Just
get
just
all the
just
money.
people with disposable income things, really. You love to
First
see it.
world problems,
Yeah,
yeah.
first world problems.
Look at those little pop tokens though. They look
Yeah, they
great.
look cool. I like the little models.
Oh, look at the Bausch. Okay.
When
I think I'm
does
getting suckered into the
when
models.
does the end game thing come out? What's it called?
Well, the actual Solaris.
Yeah, the new DLC.
Nemesis is coming out 14th of April?
Oh, so we're close, a couple weeks away.
Yeah. I'll double check. 15th of April, sorry.
Right.
I was one day off.
Well, as a man that doesn't believe in Kickstarter, I shall not be backing this personally, but
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. It's basically going into Kickstarter, just assume you're gonna lose the money. That's my recommendation. Otherwise, you're gonna get disappointed.
It's one of those. What's the name of that guy who does infinite glitches sort of thing? You know who I'm talking about?
Spiff.
Spiffing. Is it Spiffing Brit his name?
Yeah, Spiffing Brit.
Kickstarter,
Yeah.
the infinite money glitch.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a
Upload a project, get people to apply to it, and then leave.
Yeah, basically.
Also known as the Yog Adventures. That's another strat.
Yeah, I still have no idea what the fuck happens to Yog Adventures. Like, they refuse to speak about it, so I've no idea.
But honestly, this looks pretty like a legit Kickstarter project, and I think if you're a fan of like Stellaris and strategy games, it could be quite fun.
I guess one thing to
play it.
mention, I'll say that they have actually successfully kickstarted and I think kickstarted. They've made other board games for this company. So
Right. Who's the company? Do you know?
no, I didn't remember. I was just because I watched like a couple of weeks ago that like someone talked like a 20-minute video like just talking. But
Wait, what?
Academy Games?
Social stretch goals, expanded consciousness event story cards written by Frederick Knudsen of Down the Rabbit Hole.
What?
Have you not? Have you seen that YouTube channel? It's like a very
no, I haven't. No.
Okay, that's a very big YouTuber too.
Right.
Written by one of him as a stretch goal.
That's interesting.
Interesting.
Oh, we need to get the large galaxy. I think that's the $50 for that dollary dues. I said okay. I like saying dollary dues, but I know that actually means Australian dollar. Yeah, but I keep wanting to say it when I see dollars.
It's a good word.
It is, yeah. They should actually rename their money to that, in my opinion.
Tony, there's still stretch goals, so they haven't.
There's still stretch goals. Wait, where are you stretch goals?
If you scroll down right to the bottom, there's Psionics, exotic resources, mega cannon. If it reaches 2 million, $2 million. I've got it in pounds. Maybe they already reached that. It keeps going. It's 2.4 million. I don't know if quite know the conversion rate. That's for Void Cloud miniatures.
Right.
More stretch goals to come. Wow. But it looks like a well-made Kickstarter from what I can see so far.
They've put a lot of information in this.
Yeah, it's like a fucking entire like document.
Wait. The device event story written by A-Spec. Hang on, here we go.
Okay, they've got 2.3 pledged, so they haven't reached the 2.4 just yet. So, guys.
Damn. I better put my money in, hang on.
Once again asking for your financial support to back Stellaris Boardgame.
Just gonna open my wallet. Here we go.
Yeah. You're gonna back it and get it to that 2.4 million.
Myself, yeah. I'll call Notch actually. See if he'll be willing to pledge a couple.
He's not up to much anymore.
Oh shit.
Right. Shall we move on to the trailers?
Yeah. Do you want to do the podcast properly, or do you want to keep doing?
Well, I'll start. Guys, Rocket League Mobile. It's here, guys. Finally, what we've all been asking for.
Is this what we care for?
Rocket League spin-off Sideswipe is heading to iOS and Android later this year with an Australia and New Zealand alpha starting today. I don't know who asked for this, but we got it now, guys. We've got it now. I said the goals are on like the side of the wall. I guess you use your finger to control the car. I don't really understand how you control the car, sort of thing. Do you like swipe the car along? That would make sense.
How do you jump?
Well, I'm thinking like you swipe the ball. You like you swipe the car.
With your finger. Okay, right.
Because they've got like the standard Rocket League, and the goals seem to be on the side of the wall. Because you spend a lot of time in the air, it seems, and then they got the dunk mode from the LTM. I've been playing Rocket League recently. I haven't played it since like 2015, 2016 when I talked about it on the very first podcast.
No, when it first came out.
Yeah.
Or into early access. Yeah.
But basically, I got a friend who plays it, and I was like, oh, I've been watching him stream it on Discord, and I'm like, oh, I want to play some Rocket League now, and because
Yeah, if
it's
you playing it non-competitively, basically, like just like
yeah,
messing around.
yeah, just
Okay.
messing around sort of thing. We did play some like rank stuff just for fun, just to see where we would end up, because it's the rank stuff's kind of confusing because I played 3v3s with my Halo Andy and friend Andrew, and we played all of our placements in the same together, but then we got like put in
Yeah.
wildly different places. Because I think Andy
But
went to like gold, Sellers went to silver, and then I got put in bronze in the 3v3
okay.
category. But then I played 2v2, and then it put me in gold in 2v2 while I'm bronze in 3v3, and I was like, this differential in doesn't really make a lot of sense to me.
Yeah,
But
is it? Yeah, is it just like is it? Does it go like how you like not just like what matches you win, but like how you play in each match?
yeah, but it confused me though because I was scoring a lot more points than the other guys, and I still got
Oh,
placed
really?
lower than them,
What?
which didn't make sense
Yeah,
to
you
me.
thought those points was what they would
Mm,
use, right?
I don't know. It just seems a bit there's a new season starting soon as well. There's season 3 is starting, and with the announcement of season 3, we have official NASCAR and Formula One cars DLC coming to
Holy shit!
Rocket League, which is pretty fucking sick. That will be cool to see.
Why does Rocket League have such banging music though? Let me ask you
It's got
that
the
one.
Monster Cat
Is that
sponsorship.
why? It's
They're
just
partnered with Monster Cat.
right.
Yeah. I'm not going to play the music because I think you need a license to play Monster Cat music on
Yeah, I
like stream and
believe
YouTube
you.
videos. But you
Yeah,
can't. It is like a thing you can get, sort of thing. But
it's like a part of the.
I've just been enjoying Rocket League recently, and the cool thing is, if someone doesn't have Rocket League and they like we want to play, like it's free on the Epic Games Store, so they can just get
It's
it.
still free, is it?
Yeah, I mean it's always free to
Nice.
play on Epic now. The way they make their money is basically they sell the DLC cars, and then they also do
Oh,
loot boxes that aren't loot boxes. Wink, wink. So basically, that's what they do. They
it's not
sell.
pay to win loot boxes, I
No,
guess,
it's
but
all of the stuff is purely cosmetic. That's how
that
they
doesn't make it the loot box
the core gameplay.
problem any better.
If you were free to play on Rocket League, the core gameplay is exactly the same for everyone.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
only thing they charge for is cosmetics.
But that
But
is a big part of why
yeah,
people want
like
to like keep playing things.
when I
So
originally played in 2015, a lot of the game was I'm gonna keep playing so I can unlock cosmetics, and
yeah,
that's
yeah.
you pretty much can't do that anymore unless you are willing to purchase a battle pass sort of
There
thing.
are battle passes then, or
Yeah,
ball pass,
there's a free version sort of thing, but it doesn't really give you like it's not
like
comparable
super
to a paid battle
nerfs.
pass. Yeah. I
Yeah,
also
okay.
I don't know if I'll make a video. I installed Hearthstone because they just released Hearthstone Classic. I was
I
playing.
can't
I need
believe.
to tell Hearthstone Andy. If we're going back to 2014, I need to call him Hearthstone Andy. Because
Yeah, that's true.
I played Hearthstone Classic and I played the really old Handlock from 2014. And I was like, yes, finally. All these. I'm a boomer now. I didn't play WoW Classic on the official WoW
I
Classic servers, but I
I
played
was
Hearthstone Classic.
I think I can't remember what it was, but oh, I know it was Michael Scorn Retorts. Um, he got randomly recommended. Okay. He searched
Hmm.
for the Pirates of the Caribbean. I've got a jar of dirt music video.
Yeah. I got a
The
jar of
guy,
dirt.
yeah, the guy uploaded last year a upscaled new version, like a remastered
Oh,
version,
AI
basically.
upscaled version, yeah.
And he's like just joking, asking like what remaster are you looking forward to? I'm like, oh, Minecraft. I'm looking forward to the remaster of that. Like they're remastering Hearthstone. Why not Minecraft?
Well, they've already done Minecraft Classic. They've literally already done
Yeah,
Minecraft Classic.
yeah, yeah. I want more. I want all the versions.
Okay. Yeah.
It just. I don't know. Like I feel like Minecraft doesn't make any sense to me because like you can still sort of still play it, just like it's just in the
Mm.
midst of other content. But yeah,
But that was pretty cool.
nostalgia reasons, I
Um,
guess.
well, I was also playing the solo adventures as well. I hadn't played like there's like the Demon Hunter class. I was trying to play through the solo adventure of that. That was pretty cool. Playing a new
Okay.
class with new cards and stuff, and then also I talked about it on the podcast for the BlizzCon. They're releasing the roguelite game mode, and I'm like, the roguelite deck builder game mode, and I'm like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
when that comes out, I'm going to try that out. So I might play a bit more classic Hearthstone. Bit of a Hearthstone boomer these days. It was just
Do you think
weird,
there'd
like,
be a little bit of
gone.
a comeback at some point though?
There has been a slight resurgence on
Okay.
Twitch of like people playing, but I think it's kind of past those days for Hearthstone. I think it's just more of a nostalgia thing. Like, there was, I mean, Reynad came back and he was playing a bit of Hearthstone Classic, and everyone was like, it feels like it's 2014 again, because that was the big meta on Twitch in 2014,
Yeah.
2015 was like.
I feel like we're past just like one game dominating for a very long time.
But one of the
Like,
thing is, if you don't understand the reason, um, Hearthstone was so popular back in 2014, 2015 is because there was a rule on Twitch that if you weren't playing a game, you could get in trouble. You could basically,
yeah,
IRL streaming didn't exist.
yeah.
So like a certain proportion of your stream had to be gameplay because Twitch was a game live streaming platform. But the great thing about Hearthstone is it was very great for chat interaction because it was very low interaction from the player. Um, it was
So they
very
could read
low
chat and think of it
low
themselves.
APM. It was very much
Yeah.
slow. Just think about your turn, take it, and then there's waiting time waiting for your opponent to take their turn. So there's lots of downtime, and
But there
it's not.
were a lot of streamers like did like do like competitive like Hearthstone as well. Like people
Yeah.
like to watch it as well, right?
Alsun04, yeah. I mean, competitive was big in the day, and then people stopped giving a shit very quickly about competitive Hearthstone.
Yeah, but I remember when like cause, it's like first or second year of university like we were in, right?
Hmm.
And like I remember when it came out, like people like always like talk like the people at least in my university, like everyone was talking about like the strategies and things and like card combos
Who
and
the
things.
hell are
And,
you
like
talking
people
to
love
about
that.
competitive Hearthstone at university?
Well, I'm a bit of a physicist, so
Okay, a bit
they
of
were
a.
all just playing weird games.
You just had a gang of weird competitive Hearthstone players. I mean,
Yeah, we didn't hide any of like the stuff we did, like because I
mm,
think physicists just like by that point like you just give up on like trying to be normal,
mm.
quote unquote normal. Not that it matters, but
Well, I
yeah,
think when you
there's
get
weird.
to that point in school, when you go to university, you realize you don't need to pretend to be someone else. You
Yeah,
can just be yourself, sort of
fitting in
thing.
doesn't matter.
Mm.
Yeah,
Bit of a Hearthstone chat, really. It's a bit of a tavern side chat about Hearthstone, and
but yeah, I just remember in university like it just got to a point like for like a month, like it's like it happened like near the end of the year I think. And it's like just like the solid month until exams, like just everyone's just talking about Hearthstone. So okay, it's a game.
it's a game. I'll see if I can convince Andy to play Hearthstone Classics. I know he uninstalled the game because he was like spending way too much money on it. Maybe I can convince
Yeah,
him to
it's
play
the
Hearthstone
same.
Classic. The thing is, Andy got Legend and I coached him to Legend, so I'm kind of a Legend myself, I would say.
Right.
You may.
Legend coach.
What would a player be without his coach? You know, that's what
That's
you got to
true.
say.
That's
Yeah.
true.
So maybe I'll try and get. There's like a new rank system. There's not like rank 25 chicken to one. There's like bronze, silver, gold, like a traditional rank system, like Rocket League or League of Legends or whatever has now. So
Yeah.
I'll have to try that out because I'm.
If
They
if you
get.
convince Andy to do it, can you make sure he doesn't have his bank account attached
Yeah,
to it?
I was so confused when I started playing again because there was so many things they've added. Because I stopped playing in Kobolds and Catacombs, and that was like I don't know,
3
2018
years?
maybe something like that.
Yeah, 3 years ago.
2000, the end of 2017 is when it released.
Oh,
Yeah,
really? That long ago?
yeah. So I have not touched Hearthstone like 3 years, and basically.
It feels like
So
such
when
an
I
old
lo-
game
so
to me.
when I logged in, they were like, "Hey, you haven't played in 3 years. Here's a free deck. Here's free cards. Your collection's
Oh,
changed.
right.
We've added achievements. Here's cards that you've been given because we've changed systems and we've given you." It was like that sort of thing when you log into a game for a really long time and lots of things have changed. Because they
Yeah.
did a thing that started in 2020, I think, where if you logged into the game again after not playing for a while, they gave you a free deck that was basically a meta deck that people were playing to try and help you get back into the
Like
game, sort of thing.
at the time you logged in.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, right. That makes sense.
So I got a free. I chose the Demon Hunter deck because I just wanted to try Demon Hunter, sort of thing.
You didn't care about
Well,
balance
I
or
checked the Trump video to see which one was the best deck. So
Donald Trump?
no, StarCraft
Mm.
Trump
Right,
SC, the old
right,
good old
right.
friend, the cancer music man who always sings
Yeah,
songs.
yeah.
But I think Rogue was one of the best because it gave you some very good legendaries and epics. But anyway, Rocket League, NASCAR, Formula One coming to mobile. Can't wait for that. Let's
Oh yeah, we were talking about trailers, weren't we?
Platonic Friends, the publishing arm of Platonix. First game they're publishing was a little golf journey. The next one we are seeing now is Demon Turf, and we actually talked about this before. This was a game we looked at E3 this year, where I said
Yeah.
it was that weird mix of a 3D world with like a 2.5D protagonist, and I was like, I really like the art style, and I love 3D platformers, and there's been a big resurgence of 3D platformers. I feel like recently we've seen like a resurgence of boomer shooters. I'm gonna keep calling them that. I like that
Yeah,
name.
yeah.
And 3D platformers are back.
I would call them old school shooters, but yeah,
Yeah,
each their own.
those are two of my like. I love those genres. So having more games of
Yeah.
that is great. Like
It's good to see them because like, we haven't really had them for a
oh, because
while,
we
and
haven't
it's
made
good to see them.
Tangerine in a long time. You don't know that I've been playing Spyro recently, and I never played Spyro before, and I
Oh, really?
fucking
Okay.
love Spyro. The remastered
Fair
is
enough.
it's great. I'll talk about that on Tangerine, but it's amazing. Um, Great 3D collectathon game that I never played as a kid. So I always wanted to, but never actually got around
Yeah,
to it.
I played it. I never played like a lot of it. Like I played a little bit of it, and I had like the what's it called? The I can't remember what it's called. It's got advanced in the name. I can't remember.
Game Boy
I can.
Advanced.
That's it. I completely forgot the name.
Bit of a Nintendo thing. That must have been. You know, you can play. There was a I think it was a Game Boy Advanced port of the original Wolfenstein.
Really?
I think it's like one of the worst ways to play Wolfenstein. Um,
Okay.
yeah.
I can barely play Spyro, so
Oh, we haven't talked about this yet, but we do have an official announcement for Rust Console Edition. Rust Console Edition is coming up May 21st this year, so if you've been seeing those Rust RP streams and you're like, man, I can't wait to play Rust RP on console, you can May 21st. I mean, Rust RP is dead now. Everyone's moved on to GTA RP. That's the meta right now on Twitch.
right,
GTA role.
okay.
I think GTA roleplay is kind of like teetering off soonish. I think it's on its like last legs. I mean, it really depends if XQC's banned from the server or not. He keeps getting banned for like fail RP and stuff like that. So just see which game XQC's banned from, and then you'll.
He's just role playing this autistic person, right? It's
I don't
fine.
know. Yeah. Um. But yeah, it's crazy how big XQC's gotten like over the past couple of years. I swear, like I was talking about XQC, like how he was banned from the Overwatch League, um, and he's just like he gets like 100K
He keeps
viewers.
growing, right?
He gets like 100K viewers a stream these days. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's
Anyway,
insane.
but yeah, people reckon that because you'll be playing on console, you might not have the authentic Rust experience of grizzled veteran PC players just camping you and being super toxic. So we'll have to see like how different the experience is of Rust console versus Rust PC, because people have said a lot of times like Rust PC is like a very toxic game sort of thing.
Oh right,
Yeah.
okay.
So
Just because like everyone's so used to the game, they
well,
just like kill
it's made by
newbies.
Gary's Mod, and if it's anything like Gary's Mod servers I've played on, then yeah, there's definitely going to be some toxic players there,
That is kind of a shame. Like
dark
you'd hope they would
RP sort of
help new
stuff.
players.
Well, you have no incentive to really, other than
No, it's
trying
true,
to.
but surely like more people playing makes it more
Well,
fun. Like if you keep them playing.
yeah, you think, but it's like
But I guess that's a long term goal, not a short term goal. So yeah,
it's like with World of Warcraft, like World of Warcraft Classic, high level play. I think Total Biscuit talked about this years ago, but it's like on WoW, high level players would go and they would kill low level players, and when those low
yeah,
level players got to max level, what they would do is they would go, man, I've been getting shit on all this time by the high level players. They keep killing me over and over again. And as soon as they got to a point where they were powerful, they were like, right, that's it. Finally, it's my turn to shit on the players. So it's like the bullying cycle,
Yeah.
basically. Once
Yeah,
they
yeah.
get to the point where they're powerful enough to do it to someone else, then they
Yep.
do it to kind of reenact their revenge on their bullies by becoming the bully themselves.
End the
That's and
cycle.
that's Rust.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's a shame that like so many like human interactions like go that way because it really ruins a lot of things.
I don't know if you heard about this, but like a massive server farm burnt down. Like,
Oh, I have. Wait, is that
yeah,
that's not the one that Linus has like had like racks in,
I
is it?
don't
That's a
know.
different one.
I think it may be the same. It was a big server. Like, a
Yeah, yeah,
load
yeah.
of Rust data was lost, which is what I was talking about. Like, the Rust servers literally burnt down. Um, was it in Europe? I think it happened.
Yeah, it says it's an EU server.
Let's have a look. In France, I think it burnt down. But it was like a big
No.
server farm that lots and lots of people had some data um, servers here, so it affected a lot of people. I thought it was interesting. Let's hope that they don't have any Rust servers in the Suez Canal. Hopefully, that would be kind of unlucky. I don't know.
Topical,
Topical Suez
topical
Canal
news.
reference, yeah. I need to pull up the.
Yeah.
It would be even more topical if I pulled up that image of the guy with the Gmod fizz gun.
Yeah, yeah. I quite I can't posted this now, but I quite like the normally when you fuck up, it can't be seen from space. Like, yeah, that's pretty rough. Like, it is visible from space.
I send the image to you. I was trying to find the image. Where did I post that image?
You posted it in one
Oh,
of
I've got it.
the
I got it.
yeah.
Here it is. Yeah, someone made the meme image of someone just picking up the boat with a fizz gun. I thought that was a really funny meme image, so I thought I should.
You're posting Dwayne Dwibley as well. I'm not sure about that
Dwayne
one,
Dibley.
but
Somebody said I was saying I was talking to one of my friends and I was saying, oh, it's just like someone we were playing Codename and someone gave the clue Dwayne and I said, oh, it's like it could be referring to Dwayne Dibley and he was like, oh, I don't know that. I was like, it's a Red Dwarf. He's like, I don't remember the episode. And I was like, if you saw a photo of Dwayne Dibley,
yeah.
you would remember Dwayne Dibley, Cat from Red Dwarf. Yeah.
It's like it's not even in like it's not in like 3 distinct episodes, right, Dwayne Dwibley? Or reference
Yeah,
at
I think
least.
he has multiple episodes. It becomes Dwayne Dibley.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know. Like to me, it's just such a memorable scene. But I guess I've watched a lot of Red Dwarf, so
Yeah, I had the box set
it's a great.
and I just watched it over and over
Yeah,
again.
yeah, exactly. Once you get the box set, you just keep
And
rewatching
then
it.
you
So.
turn Dave on at any time of the week, and you've got a Red Dwarf episode on. Does Dave still exist? Is Dave still a TV channel in the UK? I don't even
I
remember.
believe last time I checked, okay, this was like a year and a. Oh no, it's like a couple years ago now. Like Dave Gorman and stuff like was still on that day. I don't know if it still exists now though. Um,
Dave.uk.tv. Yeah, it seems like it still
it might be
exists.
more of an internet thing now. I don't
Yeah,
know.
because they like BBC Three was like a huge channel, but then they turned that into like an online only thing now.
It's coming back, Joe.
Dave's coming back. You love to see it.
No, BBC Three is
Uh,
coming back to being a normal TV show, like a new normal channel
what?
again.
Why?
Because it's been super popular.
Really? So
Yeah,
it's going back to the same slot or
I believe so. It's like
interesting?
I can't remember what it was called, but like they put a streaming only series that like the BBC Three funded, and it was like
Let's have a
super
look.
popular with like our generation.
BBC Three will return
And
as a fully fledged TV channel in January 2022, 6 years after it moved online. BBC Three
yeah,
has been online for 6 years.
yeah, it's been a while now.
It's been online since 24. Jesus, time flies, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The channel has since been responsible for major hits including Fleabag, Normal People, and Killing Eve. Okay, so
Oh, Killing Eve,
I've
yes.
watched Killing Eve and I have heard about Fleabag and Normal People. Man,
Yeah,
I thought those were on like BBC Two or something.
yeah. I don't know if it's like technically funded through BBC Three though. Like I think they have like different operations, like different criteria for like different shows and different. I don't know. It's like a really weird like segmentation BBC have.
Let's have a look. Last year, BBC Research concluded there was a strong case for it to come back. They showed the BBC had failed these, so they want to bring it back for younger viewers for 18 to
Yeah.
35s.
Well, because like in the news article that I saw, like they were saying like yes, like lower, like our generation and younger like tend to watch streaming services, but there's also like a lot of people like to just like put on a channel and just leave it on in the background, which
Yeah,
you
that's
can't
true.
really do with like Netflix or Amazon Prime.
I mean, I've been watching Pizza Boys recently. That's probably the best show they've had in the BBC in a long time. So
Right.
the pizza, it's I love this show. They were showing Pizza Boys every day after. I think it was like directly after Richard Osman's House of Games because I always watch the quiz shows in the BBC. And
Yeah.
it was a bunch of guys. It was two boys from Wales, and
Oh,
they were
okay.
driving around Europe to go to the Pizza World Championship in Italy, and they're just so Welsh. I love it. That's a proper good pizza.
What's the but what do you do? Like, do you just like make a pizza? Like, do you bake a pizza? It's like that. Is that the idea? Like, what's
Um,
going on?
yeah. So like literally, I think they entered the Neapolitan category.
Right.
Um,
Okay.
where you get like 15 minutes to bake one pizza. I think you bake like a margherita pizza,
Yeah,
and
it's
then
like a
that's it.
speed pizza. Right. Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
which is
Interesting.
Pizza Boys recommendation. Anyway, what
You can
was
make
that?
you can make anything into a sport. I swear. Like, I'm waiting for the Excel spreadsheet sport. I'm really
The
looking
thing is,
forward to
every
that
time they
one.
brought in an expert and said this is a pizza expert, and I was like, yeah, I could believe that. Like you could bring anyone on the screen and go, this man is the reigning champion of pizza, and I go, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I believe it. That's crazy. Anyway,
It could, for all we know, Joe, it could be a fake sport, and they're just like making it into a program to fool you.
it's true, so true.
You would never know.
Okay, I got a trailer here for Biomutant. We got a combat trailer for Biomutant. I put this one on because I forgot this game existed. Do you remember this
Oh,
game? It
really?
was announced in
Yeah.
It's been announced since 2017, Tony.
Oh, it's been that long, have
Since
it? Oh, I didn't realize.
2017. Yes. I remember seeing this in
Okay.
2017 and I just assumed it had already come out at some point and I'd forgotten about it. But no, it's still in development.
Right, right. Oh, it's THQ as well, or whatever they're called
THQ,
now.
The Monolith Embracer Group.
Yeah.
The combat looks pretty cool from what we see. I mean, it's a gameplay, but it's clearly still cinematic gameplay. The only thing that
Yeah.
it looks fun. I'd be interested in playing this. The only thing that threw me off was there was a bonus class that was locked behind a pre-order, which people were
Oh,
not very
okay.
happy about. There's kind of some kind of
Yeah.
monetization there. So the mercenary you can only get if you pre-order, I believe.
That
Um,
sucks.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll have to
Okay.
see if they change that at some point or not.
Also, is this coming out on Epic or Steam or both?
It just says coming to PC. Let me check
Yeah.
quickly, because I just assume when it says PC it's Steam, but you have to check these days, don't you?
Yeah, it's kind of getting.
It's on Steam. You can get it on Steam.
Okay, good.
So it's coming the
I've
20th.
been
We've
there.
got the announced date. It's coming May 25th. I should point out recently, actually, if you use SteamDB like me, I've been using them massively recently for their great sales tab,
Yeah.
where basically it'll set it up so it'll only show you games that have a rating over 60%, have a discount over 60%. You can hide your owned games, and then you can set categories like blue discounts. So if you hit blue discounts, it will only show you games that this is the cheapest they've ever been on Steam. So you go, oh, now's a
Yeah.
really good time to buy Crawl, for example, because it's 80% off, and that's the cheapest it's been. Or if you're like, I just want to look at general sales, all the green ones, they have been this cheap before, but they're not any more expensive. So green means this is on par with its lowest price, sort
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's really cool. But they just made a new feature where they made a calendar for all the upcoming games on Steam. Let's see if I can find it.
Okay.
So I got it off Twitter, so I'm not quite sure where you navigate to it from the site. Is it under more, maybe? Let's try the homepage. steamdb.info.calendar. Here it is. So So I think you can see like May, you go here, and then the way it works is I think it picks the most followed game of at least 500 followers, and then it will show that as the game coming out on that day. So Biomutant coming out on the 25th. Tony, 100-Day Winemaking Simulator, the game you wanted to play in the demo
Oh
festival.
yeah.
It's coming out on the
Yeah, yeah,
13th
yeah.
of May, so you have to put that
Yeah,
in.
I did actually play that in the
Oh, and
end.
then 2 days later, Mass Effect Legendary Edition's coming out. But I think this is a really cool tool because I'm always like,
Yeah, that's
when a
really good.
game's coming out, but then this will like be a good way to see when big releases are coming out. Because I remember on the co-optional podcast, they would always just read a long list of games that are coming out from some website, and I was like, where do they get this data from? Like, it's so hard. Sometimes it's so hard to find like a good infographic way of seeing when games are coming out and stuff. So
Yeah, yeah.
I would like it to see. Oh, they also show you ones without a specific day for their release, just for that month. And you can look at a detailed list of all upcoming games if you want to look at every single one that is coming out on that day. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, this is a very good like integration of like pulls a lot of the relevant information on like the hover as well. Like it's actually really good.
Fall Guys Season 4 came out. I've been playing this recently as well. Probably won't
Oh
make it.
really? I did not know that.
Yeah, I love Fall Guys.
More.
I almost have like 100 hours on Fall Guys. I love Fall Guys.
Yeah.
So Fall Guys Season 4 came out, and the theme of Season 4 was Season 4000. We're going like futuristic, cyberpunky, Fall Guys theme. That's the mode. We also, another cool thing that came out was squad mode. So now
Oh, it's played together.
you can now, there's a specific game mode you queue for called squad mode, where everyone who queues up is in a 4-man squad, and every member gets points. So if I qualify in first place, I'll get like plus 80 points, and then if one of my other friends qualifies, they'll get plus 50, and then somebody who may qualify quite late on my team will get plus 30, and then if someone at the end doesn't qualify, then it will take, they won't add points to our overall score, right? But then it takes your overall points of the squad, and then like the top 10 squads will advance. So if you're good
Yeah,
enough,
right.
you can like carry your team, and it's meant to try and encourage you to work as a team. So if you're ahead of people and your teammates far behind, you might turn around and try and grief other people to try and help your teammate get further along.
Yeah. That's kind of cool. Yeah.
And it seems like
That's a good way of doing it.
and at the end, Fall Guy was ejected. There's an Among Us collab with Fall Guys.
Right.
So in the
Right.
new Battle Pass, you can now. I've always said this. Fall Guys Among Us collab just makes the most sense. I can't believe they haven't done it yet, but now
Yeah, they
finally,
need to do it. It's a.
that you now get an Among Us skin on the Battle Pass of Fall Guys Season 4. I So at the moment for squad mode, you get a lot of points for coming first. So at the moment, it kind of seems more beneficial to just come first and kind of ignore helping your teammates, sort of thing. So
Yeah, coming first, I think should be pretty big though, right?
no, but I mean like getting a good position is more
Oh, any
important than
good position is it?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
It's just heavily weighted between game positions. Okay.
So it feels like even though there is some
But do they want
benefit
to
to
add
like,
too much extra griefing though?
well, it's like you could also do the thing where you want to like go back and push a button to help your teammates, because they've obviously like from the I've
Right.
played the new maps. The new maps have like I feel like a lot of the new maps have at least some specific design for squad mode where there'll be a maze with a button in it, and you can, if you're ahead of your teammates, you can press the button, and then pressing the button will
And it will help them
close
out.
a door. So if your teammates are
Yeah.
far behind, it'll stop everyone from going through this maze, and then it'll help your teammates catch up, sort of thing. Should be pretty cool.
Right.
Um, but yeah, I think it's a bit raw at the moment. I would like to see maybe some changes to squad mode.
You want, yeah, like refinements, I guess.
Yeah,
Okay, that's
because
fair.
squad mode is meant to make you want to play with your teammates more. Because the big problem was when you weren't playing in squad mode, if one of your friends got eliminated, they would just have to spectate. So you'd get like
Yeah.
people just spectating your teammates a lot.
And now your squad wins instead of just one person, right?
So the way it works is if you win the normal game mode, you get a crown. But they brought in a new system called crown fragments, sort of thing, or crown shards.
Yeah.
So everyone in your squad will be awarded a crown fragment. So they won't give you a full crown, but you can
Yeah.
save up to get a full crown from
That
this
makes
squad
sense.
system sort of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. Um, but yeah, but if you so it has to be 4-player squads. There's no like squad selection. There's no 3 people squads or 2 people squads. If you queue up as like at less than 4, you will be queued up with a random teammate in order to keep everyone in a 4-player squad to keep it fair.
Yeah.
Um, it seems a bit
So
cutthroat. Like they cut a lot of squads out really quickly. Like we kept getting kicked out in round 1, sort of thing. I was also going to say like it's meant to make you want to play with your friends more, but sometimes I want to play with my friends less because like if they do very poorly, it's gonna even if I qualify, it feels bad that you can qualify and still get eliminated because your teammates didn't do
yeah.
well, which is like kind of annoying. So
Would this be like would there be like maybe like an option for like a hybrid system where like you could like choose to like remove yourself from the team and just go by yourself or something? I guess you'd
yeah,
really have to
it's a
change the
bit
whole game
complicated.
mode for
Yeah,
that, but
but I'd like to see them just work on
yeah.
this mode over time and then maybe
Yeah, yeah.
refine it. I think that'd be a good idea. So that's
Yeah,
cool.
for sure.
I like the new maps are really cool. I really like the new maps so far. So it's
It
cool to
looks
see.
they look really cool, so that's all I can go by. So yeah, I guess they're fun to play as well then.
Yeah, yeah. New.
Okay,
I think
okay.
there's 7 new maps, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's really good.
So yeah. Speaking of Among Us, brand new Among Us map is coming out literally in I think it's 3 days from now if you're watching live. March 31st. Sorry, is the official
Oh, is this
airship
the
map.
airship?
Yep. So there's going to
Yeah.
be a reason for me to play Among Us again. Thank God. Um,
Because this is like a reference to the older game, right?
yeah, the
Yeah.
Henry
Yeah.
Stickmin games that they also make.
Yeah.
Along with this change as well, there is going to be they're adding an account system. So the way the account system works is you will have to sign up to an account, otherwise you won't be able to use typing chat.
Oh, okay, right.
You'll be
So it's
limited
just
to
protect children.
yeah, basically it's a children protection thing where they're only going to allow you to use quick chat like you would be forced to in like Club Penguin or Toontown or like
Yeah.
those games that are aimed at kids. They basically realized how many kids are playing this games and they have like a duty to protect those kids sort of thing. So
Yeah, for sure.
it's cool to see that they're doing that.
So isn't okay in this airship like what I guess are they adding new mechanics like to this
Yes.
map that aren't another
Well, we talked
maps?
about this before, but one of the big mechanics that I really liked the look of was whenever you go to a meeting, you respawn in the cafeteria, but on the airship
Oh
map,
yes.
you can
Yeah.
choose where you respawn. So if you're in the meeting, you're like, hey, we all have a bunch of tasks around the engine room. Let's all vote to respawn in the engine room. That's something you would want to do as a crewmate. Whereas if you're an imposter, you might say, well, I've got quite a few tasks in the records room. Let's go to the records room instead, sort of thing. You may want to steer
Yeah,
them
yeah.
away, sort of thing. So that's pretty interesting to think about. So let's move
Wait, so
on.
you can't see what other where other people's tasks are then?
Nope. No.
Ah, right, I
There's
see.
different. Basically, everyone has their own lobby, so everyone has their own rules. There are some options like you can have it so there is some visual tasks. There is a task called MedScan, and
Yeah.
you can have it set up so if someone uses MedScan, you can see them doing MedScan. You go, okay, that person definitely MedScan. I saw it. But usually people
Yeah.
will turn visual tasks off so imposters can go into MedScan and pretend to be doing it, sort of thing. It just
Yeah,
depends how
yeah.
you want to play, sort of thing. There's lots of different lobby rules that you can change.
That's really cool.
Okay, let's go
Because
on
I
to
guess you're always playing with your friends or normally.
yeah, yeah. I mean, there's
Yeah,
I
okay,
mean,
okay.
forgot. I saw recently there was like an Among Us tournament. My God, please don't try and make Among Us esports. That sounds like a terrible idea.
It does.
We'll go into quick news quickly. Back for Blood has been delayed to October 12th, 2021. Basically, from what I heard from the beta or from the alpha, it needed a lot of work. Basically, people weren't really very happy with the state that the alpha came out in. I tried to play it. I signed up for the alpha. I didn't get in though, so I personally can't talk about the state of the game. But it seems like people were like, yeah, this needs a bit more time in the oven. And also, people were kind of worried about like the Warner Brothers pre-order bonuses thing, where they were offering like lots of different tiers of pre-order stuff, and people were like,
Yeah.
I don't know about the microtransactions in this game, whether like Warner Brothers will run it into the ground, sort of thing. So we'll have to see about that. Next up, oh, Amazon Game Studios is opening a brand new development studio in Montreal. Let's hope this doesn't go the way of Stadia. Let's hope they can get a game out before they get shut down. I mean, Amazon's trying. They're definitely trying to make games. They have put a... New World looks okay. There's a new beta for that coming out soon, so we'll have to see about
Yeah, they've actually got a game, but yeah, I'm still not convinced.
Well, they've got
but
other
way
games.
better than Google still.
I mean, do you remember Crucible, their MOBA that shut down in like a couple of weeks? They had...
Was that the one that went back into beta? Like went out of beta back into beta or something?
I think they just completely...
Was that a different
I think they just completely shut it down after that.
Right, okay.
Did they make another one?
I swear there was 3.
The only ones I got listed here is Crucible and New World. So
right, I just remember vaguely that they're working on 3 games, unless this is one of them.
No, I think they just done like 2 made. If they might have done some small ones, but so far they just done Crucible, which was a failure, and New World that had quite a positive, I would say, beta that people were like, yeah, this is a good starting point, sort of thing.
Yeah.
There's a rumor going around right now, Tony, have you heard this? Microsoft is in talks to buy Discord. Apparently, right now, for more than 10 billion is what is being said right now.
I've
people know
also
that
heard
Microsoft
rumors
is going big acquisitions right now.
Yeah, they are. I've heard rumors though that Discord is more likely to go public than to like sell to anyone.
I heard that Discord is probably more like they could just go public and try the stock market route sort of thing. Trying to score more funding. So if you don't know, the way the business model for Discord has worked up until this point is they have what's called angel investors or venture capitalist funding, where they don't need to make a profit or a business model. They just exist on very, very rich investors putting money into the business, and their goal is to improve the product as much as possible and expand, and then once they become a bigger entity, turn that product into a profitable product. That's how the business model sort of works. Right now, Discord doesn't really have a way to make money. How long
has Discord been a thing? Like since 2016, 2015, right?
Around that time, I think.
It's been around for a while now. Over half a decade or longer, right?
13th of May 2015 was when they launched Discord.
Yeah.
So, but they've been a private company through angel investors so far. So the public route might be a good idea. If they're getting valuations of 10 billion from Microsoft, maybe it might be the good time to go public. Because obviously they have a massive user base. I mean, we're literally using Discord right now.
Yeah, we are. And like virtually every game, anything online like has like a Discord server. Yep. People say like every YouTuber has a Discord server. Like so many people use it. It's insane.
So the way they've tried to monetize Discord was the Discord store, which was a massive failure. Obviously, we talk about like the last year, the nightmare, the Discord store exclusive. And I remember saying at the time, this is exclusive to the Discord store. That game's dead. But basically what they did was what they did instead was they changed the Discord store to allow devs to run their own big public Discord servers, and then they want to allow devs to sell their game through their Discord server. And then their idea is, as well as the organic way of people finding Discord, they want to make it so you can there's some way that users could search through Discord or be suggested public servers to join, and then that way there would be server discoverability, and then they could sell games through that Discord. That's what they said in their blog post when they shut down the Discord store and they shut down the Discord Nitro game subscription service thing they were doing as well. Discord Nitro still exists, but it just doesn't really seem.
But there were originally 2 tiers, right? Like a gaming one and just the chat one.
Gaming one and just the chat one.
There's one
Um,
that gave you like access to the stuff, some stuff from the store, and
the
then
way
one
the way
was
Discord
only the
Nitro works is it would offer you better screen sharing and streaming, so you could get like
yeah
1080p, higher frames per second.
yeah.
You would be able to post Discord um, channel emojis anywhere, and you can also use GIF emotes.
Get like an animated profile
Yeah, you got like
picture,
an
right?
animated GIF profile picture. That's what it
Which
was.
is actually I didn't know how it worked. Like okay, I think a big problem is like showing like how some of this work because like I only know how the animated profile picture worked because someone on the server we're on had it and like oh that's really cool actually.
Hmm. I think the big problem with Discord is people they've given people so much for free that they're not willing to buy anything now.
And
Discord as a
I
service is too good as a free
but
service that
I would say though that I think I don't know because like even if like let's say they didn't give it for like some of the stuff for free like streaming and stuff, right? A lot of people would just be like, "Oh, I won't use it at all. Like I won't even pay for it." Like it's like really difficult. And then again, you wouldn't have to pay. Like they're probably paying huge amounts on like servers like host the
yeah,
streaming, right?
which is why I think they want to go this move of either getting the acquisition or go
Yeah.
public to get more funding.
So I can
Because
only see that user data is like the only way I can see them make money, but I don't know how they
well, the
could
thing
do
is,
that and
Discord says
inform
they
people.
never want to sell user data, but the thing is,
Yeah.
the thing that makes Discord so valuable is they have access to a lot of sensitive personal user data. That's why they're so valuable
Yeah.
right now. They
Yeah.
are massively used by a wide range of people because originally Discord came out and they were like, "We're the service for gamers. We are
Yeah.
the gamer app." And now
Everyone just
they've
uses
started
them.
to change the branding from gamer server to instant messaging service. Everyone uses
Yeah.
Discord now. So I don't know. It's a very big company. I don't. Is there any use to Microsoft acquiring Discord other than like? I mean, obviously there could be a bigger play for Xbox and a bigger play for Microsoft and Discord, but the only thing I can think of immediately to mind is they could integrate Discord into the Xbox service.
Yeah, or like make Teams use it or something, or like just make it
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
standardized thing.
Teams is
Use
like Skype is
make
for
streaming a
Skype.
better technology for their business.
Skype is for your grandma. Teams is for your
Yeah.
boss. Discord is for the gamers. That's the Microsoft tier
Yeah.
system. I don't know.
I personally do not want Microsoft to buy it because did not like what happened to Skype after Microsoft bought it, and like I think it's a
Mm.
piece of shit
I
now.
heard mixed things
So
about Skype's acquisition. Like some people say it got a bit better after Microsoft
I
acquisition,
think it
but
got better once they realized that Discord became a major competitor. I don't
mm.
think they were just sitting on their hands for ages. I swear. So
But
like,
there's a
I don't
more
know.
recent update on this. Is that the rumor now is saying that Microsoft is in um, like exclusive talks to acquire Discord now. So they've been saying to
Right.
Discord, stop talking to other people. We want to offer you a really good deal, sort of thing. So it seems like Microsoft is a lot close. This is rumor, speculation. This is
Yeah.
all through the rumor mill. This is nothing confirmed. So if it turns out Discord goes public, Microsoft doesn't acquire this, Microsoft does acquire this, or they fuck all happens. It's all it's
Yeah.
all rumors right now.
We don't know either way when
But
anything can really happen at this point.
this is based on Bloomberg sources, and I usually trust Bloomberg sources. People like Jason Schreier is a very reputable when it comes to gaming stuff.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is a different source to that, but hopefully their standards hold up. But I wouldn't be surprised to see Discord be acquired by a big tech company, whether that be Microsoft, whether that be something else. I think the data they hold is more valuable than the service that
Oh
Discord
yeah, for
has.
sure. That's
Um,
kind of what's scary. I mean, I don't know. It's not that sensitive data, but like, it just kind of this is more interesting than the other stuff that could have been acquired. But it's insane how much data they would have, though.
and Microsoft's on a spending spree. They're just like, oh
Yeah,
yeah, that's not gonna.
I don't understand
Well,
Microsoft's business at the
Microsoft
moment.
is on a spending. Epic Games is on a spending spree.
Yeah,
Yeah, but like Microsoft is like,
But okay, but I understand Epic because
They
like
have
not
like
recently,
the
but for a
billion.
few years now they just like suddenly get like tons of money from Fortnite. But like, has Microsoft like suddenly made more money? Like,
They're a
I
trillion
don't really
dollar
understand that one.
company.
Yeah, that's
Microsoft.
true.
Sorry, what'd you say?
I just say yeah, it's like it's I don't know. I don't understand the sudden spending at all. Like I feel like there's not something nothing's changed with Microsoft recently.
I think they're trying. Well, the acquisition of studios in video gaming that seems to be in direct competition with the PlayStation, because the
Yeah, that's
PlayStation
because new
5 has
console
so
stuff,
many
right?
exclusives. Yeah, it's very big to have a big library of games in the first couple of years of a console being out.
Yeah.
Um, so they want to try and acquire as many games, and making their own games because they're acquiring these studios and getting them to make new games as well, not just take them away from Sony sort of thing. Um,
Yeah, absolutely.
but if they acquire Discord and go, hey, if you get an Xbox, this is the only console you can use Discord on. That would be kind of interesting.
Yeah, but it's kind of funny because it's like more towards like Xbox being a PC. Like, yeah, now you can do cross-platform communication now. That'd be really cool actually, because that is one thing that's annoying. Like, you can't really speak to console players
Well, I
at the
think still
moment.
to this day you can't download the Discord app on fucking the Switch. Like Nintendo is so
Oh
behind on this
right,
sort of stuff. So
yeah.
anyway, next up we have Steam Next Fest Summer Edition begins on June 16th, 22nd, celebrating upcoming games. So they have said here this is going to be on the same week as E3. So basically, they've said here we've renamed the Steam Game Festival to more directly communicate its focus, announcing Steam Next Fest, a multi-day celebration of upcoming games. Explore and play hundreds of game demos, watch deliver live streams, and chat with the teams about their game's progress. Coming soon to Steam. So basically, this is Steam's version of an E3 showcase of games that are going to come out on Steam in the next couple of years. So this is Steam's E3 basically is what they're saying here.
Yeah. Which
Uh,
I think this makes a lot of sense because like I feel like it's just like you don't have to go through like you just like see it like on a big listing and like you don't have to like get someone to go through into an expo and like and then watch their videos. Like it's just like yeah,
yeah, because
it's just
I
here.
think the Steam Game Festival branding is pretty good for when people are like, oh, it's like a million demos I can download and play. But then this is more
Yeah,
like new stuff is there's gonna be big announcements for this one sort of thing. So people are like, oh,
yeah.
kind of more easier to understand what's going on.
And
Serious.
I keep forgetting that Steam has live streams, so I always hide it. But yeah, I keep
I don't
thinking
give
about
a
that as
shit about
well.
Steam live streams. Nobody
I
does.
care, okay, but I care about it for games that they've announced like as like an E3 sort of thing though.
I mean, if they do a stream on Twitch or YouTube, I'll watch that. But I'm not watching a Steam stream. Fuck that.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Fair enough.
Serious Sam 2 has been updated after 16 years. So Serious Sam 2, I think it went on sale recently, which is why it probably gone up. But they've done a massive update where they've added new weapons, new multiplayer maps, sprinting, dual wielding, and a bunch of bug fixes to a game that came out 16 years ago. This
I have
just
no idea
shows
what's
like
going on with the Serious Sam studio at the moment. Like
it just shows
they're
like
very
the
confusing.
yeah. I mean, it just shows the support that Crow Team like putting into this whole thing because they came out with Serious Sam 4 kind of recently, and they also had
Yeah,
that Serious Sam VR game.
yeah.
Um,
I can't. I don't know. Maybe it's 'cause I don't. I'm not. I look at Serious Sam and go, I don't really like this. It
I've
looks kind
never
of
played a
bad to
Serious
me.
Sam game. I don't
But
know.
I've watched so many people
Well,
play like
there's
I think
like
it was Serious Sam
a,
3. I was like, I don't care.
it's Serious Sam's like a boomer shooter, I think, originally.
Yeah, but I don't know. There's just something off about it. Like I think maybe it's just like the way they render stuff, but it just looks wrong to me. Like it looks really ugly yet realistic. I don't know. It's just something about it.
I don't know.
And like it's trying too hard with like the humor. I don't know. I think it just I don't know. It doesn't do it for me.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to play a Serious Sam game at one point. I'll have to see what it's like. It does kind of interest me. I think it looks fun. So,
Yeah.
because I know there is a
A
big
lot of people
fan
like
base
it.
for Serious Sam, but I've just never played a single Serious Sam game.
Never got round to it.
I don't know what's the best place to start. Would just be try and play one of. I guess Serious Sam 2 has just got an update.
Yes, update. I think 3 is like people been playing for a while, but I feel like 2 is like a beloved one. Maybe I'm not sure though.
I would probably try like 4 when it goes on sale. Maybe that's the play.
I know. I think 3 got a better reception than 4, from what I remember, but I could be misremembering which one is which. I'm trying to remember which one like Total Biscuit always played. I swear that was 3.
I don't know. Oh, Serious Sam 4 just got a map editor and a Steam Workshop support. So
Oh right,
still
okay.
working on that game as well. Because that came out recently. I don't know if it was an early access, but it came out 24th September 2020. So like Serious Sam 4 came out like very recently. So I just don't know nothing. I'm gonna look into Serious Sam 4 after the podcast, and we'll
Put a note down.
put a note down for Serious Sam. I don't know if you heard about this, but there was basically a guy on Reddit, and he went into a very, very long technical explanation of why GTA Online takes forever to load. I'm always complaining about this. If you want to play GTA Online, you have to load GTA. It takes forever, and then you have to load into a single player lobby. Then you load into online. It takes like fucking 10 to 15 minutes just to load into like a GTA Online game. And it turns out there was a big issue. So I read this before it was a big story, and I tried to read the technical nitty-gritty details of what he was talking about, but it was very dry and technical. So this is the breakdown of what the problem was. There was a single thread CPU bottleneck when starting up G2A Online.
That I would say that's kind of true for a lot of processors that try to load lots of stuff. By the way, that's not entirely unique.
The reason this was happening because it turns out G2A, GTA struggles to pass a 10 megabyte JSON file or JSON file.
Yeah, I say .json.
After passing, there's a slow item deduplication routine. So basically, he put his own code into. He's like, I can fix this issue. I think he potentially he said. I think Rockstar saw this, and then they were like, "Oh, okay." So I never thought this would happen in a million years. Rockstar implemented this fix into the game through an official patch.
Oh, but he owns the fix.
And they paid him $10,000 for making the fix.
Yeah, is that because he technically owns the rights to the code that he implemented to fix it?
I guess I think he uploaded the data to GitHub. There's another interesting. You know, GitHub's owned by Microsoft.
Yep.
I never knew that until the other day. I was like, oh, that's.
Oh, did you not? Okay, that's another big acquisition they made like a decade ago or something. Now it's crazy.
Yeah, that's paid off for them, that acquisition, because that's very popular now. But basically, yeah, he did some code. He did.
Well, did you know that Microsoft like pays for like certain Linux things as well? Like they need Linux to like operate some of their stuff for some reason.
Okay, so Toaster said he was awarded 10,000 through Rockstar's bug bounty program. So basically, they have a bug bounty program where they say if you discover a security or privacy issue in the game and help us patch that, we'll give you we'll give you that. But Rockstar Online game, the studio decided to award the bounty as an exception in this case, as it helped make the game load faster. Apparently, it can make the game load up to 70% faster. Like this is.
So you haven't tried it personally though.
No, but I
okay, right.
should try it because I want to play the new heist they made. That's like an entire island.
The casino one.
No, it came out after.
Yeah, different one. Oh right. Okay.
Yeah, they still make GTA Online updates because it's their cash cow.
Yeah, okay. I didn't realize that.
It's like a complete massive. It's the Sayo Perico heist, and basically the map for the heist is an entirely new island sort of thing. So it's like
so they put a lot of development time into that. Then.
And you can also because with the old heist you have to like get your friends to help you do it. The heist is also completely soloable as well if you want to do it that way.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
So that's pretty cool. Next up we have World of Warcraft Burning Crusade beta has begun. That's out now. There's been some talk about the fact that, of course, we talked about the boost. People are kind of upset about the level
Oh
58
yeah,
boost. There's been
yeah.
some talk about leatherworking drums. That's pretty technical, so I won't bore you down with the detail, but basically,
Leather working drums.
there's a profession in Burning Crusade. I guess it's in all of World of Warcraft, but in leatherworking, you can make basically drums, and when you play
Yeah.
these drums, they give you an effect that's similar to a very powerful spell called Bloodlust, and
Right.
basically, it it didn't share a cooldown. So when you use Bloodlust, it would give you like a 10-minute cooldown on using the ability, which was a way to balance it, and similar effects to Bloodlust. But
Yeah.
this debuff didn't exist for drums, so people would go leatherworking. They would use the drums, and there was no debuff, so you could just stack drums. So it meant that
Yeah.
almost everyone at high end, everyone that was raiding, went leatherworking no matter what because drums were so powerful. So Blizzard are saying, well, we want people to be able to play the classic experience, but we also want to make it so people can choose other professions that aren't leatherworking. So they're thinking of different ways of like nerfing drums or changing how drums work
Yeah.
over time, sort of thing, which is a big discussion right now that's happening. And also, there's a data mine thing where people found potentially a digital deluxe version of Burning Crusade, where if you bought it, you would get an in-game mount, and people are saying, oh, if you got an in-game mount from a purchase outside the game, that's kind of like a store mount. That's kind of like a slippery slope towards like the changes that people really don't want to come to World of Warcraft Classic because they've already seen the level boost and the potential. This is unconfirmed. This is like Dayman stuff, but potentially a store mount. People are kind of pissed off about like potentially them trying to add microtransactions and completely change the way Classic works.
Yeah.
And this seems to be coming more from like because obviously Blizzard Classic was like the last game that Blizzard made, and then people go, well, Activision's running this ship now fully, and they're taking
Yeah, it's
over.
completely changed, like
So
malformed now,
because
right?
in other news as well with World of Warcraft, another way because to play World of Warcraft Classic, you have to have a WoW subscription. Because if you have a WoW subscription, you can play current WoW and classic WoW on one subscription.
Yes. Yes.
You can no longer buy a one-time 30-day of game time. So
What?
if
Why?
if you want to buy if you want to get 30 days of game time, you have to sign
Yeah.
up to a reoccurring subscription.
Oh my god. That's so dumb.
If you want to buy just game time, the minimum amount of game time you can now buy is 60 days. So you can only buy 2 months of game time if you just don't want to sign up to the
That's so.
subscription.
I don't. I don't know. Because for me, like, that's gonna make me. Because like, I bought. What did I buy? Like, I bought like on sale, like
I
up
think you
to
bought
like
like game time, yeah. And you
Yeah, but
bought
it came with
the
like a 30-day game time. But I got like all the expansions to Cataclysm or something. I don't know.
probably like up to Warlords of Draenor, probably.
Yeah,
Or
maybe something
Legion,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
But
anyway,
this makes me not want to play. I know I have like no intention of playing it at this point, but like this makes me not want to play it even more.
you have no
Like it just
intention
makes it
of
like higher barrier.
I don't know. I think, like, because I would sometimes just go and I would get 30 days of game time and just play the newest WoW expansion for like.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like for me these days, after just playing the newest expansion for a month, I'm kind of done with WoW. I don't
Yeah.
play it that often. Like sometimes I like to just, oh, there's a new
I thought
expansion
month
out.
was a good middle
I
ground.
like to sub for a month, but I don't want to. Put my credit card in and have the chance to forget about it, and it's like, fuck, now I've got 2 months now.
Yeah.
It's been a couple of months and I'm losing all this money. I gotta make sure I'm sub from well. Like forcing you into subscription almost is kind of scummy. It's like, well, you don't have to get forced into subscription. You can just buy 2 months instead. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, did you hear the shit
Yeah.
about Bobby Kotick as well? Oh, I can't believe this, dude. They're
What's he doing?
they're firing everyone from fucking Blizzard, and then they give Bobby Kotick a 200 million bonus. The
Well, like, it
CEO of
keeps happening. It's like
Activision.
news. It keeps happening every year.
This is even egregious to what he got, though. This is even more than what he's got in
Oh
the plan.
god.
They're literally. You know the funny thing about all the staff they're firing? Guess what? They're rehiring them. They're rehiring those
What?
positions, and guess what? They're going to be paid less. They're basically. They're
Don't. Oh
basically.
my god.
They're
They need
ba-
to. People need to not go
they're,
back to
they're circum.
companies that fired them.
They're circumventing labor laws. What they're doing is
Yeah.
they're firing
So they don't
people.
again. They don't pay taxes, not paying labor laws. They assume they're not paying a medical insurance with this play as well. That's so scummy.
They're
And they're
fire
paying Bobby. What's his name? Like
Bobby
Kotick,
Kotick,
Kotick, Kotick.
whatever you want to pronounce it. A 200 million
Oh,
bonus for his great
De-
work as CEO.
Devil Horn man.
Mm.
Oh god,
Yeah.
Activision deserves to die. It's so stupid.
Well, because recently people were complaining the new Crash Bandicoot 4 is out exclusively on the Battle.net launcher,
Yeah.
but it's got always on DRM on it and a single
Oh
player
god.
game. So
Right.
when the Battle.net servers go down for when the Blizzard goes down for maintenance, which it does regularly and has been going down a lot more recently, you can't play your single player game because of DRM.
Did you get kicked out while you're playing as well?
I believe so. You can't play it when
That's
you're not connected to
so
the server.
dumb.
Oh.
That's the worst DRM. That's so shit.
Speaking of things that are going, the PS3, the Vita, and PSP stores are going to be permanently closed in a few months. And the reason I
Right.
bring this up is because there is a lot of games that only exist on those platforms.
Yeah, I've got a few of those games.
So unless they actually do a good job of preserving the Vita and PSP titles, the only way you'll be able to get them, they'll be lost to time without the physical edition of the disc and the game. Which
Yeah,
is really
unless they have
sad
like
to
so
see.
you can still access the servers to prove you still own it. I'm not sure how they're
No,
gonna.
they're doing it.
That's gonna be shit.
They are doing a good job with porting all of the old PS4 games to PS5, but
Yep,
they've
that's
pretty
really
much
good.
completely forgotten about the Vita and the PSP, which has a load of great games on them. So it's a
Yeah.
real shame to see that they're not like
I,
supporting
I, I
preservation of
hope
these.
I really hope this happens that they decide that they will go back and like add PS3 games and PSP games to like the PS5.
Mm.
That'd be really cool if they could do that, just like emulate it. Like, because like the PS5 is so much more powerful than even the PS3, let alone the handhelds. Like they could emulate that quite easily
Yeah, I mean
in terms
essentially,
of performance, not
essentially
time.
they have a RX 6000 inside the PS5, so
Yeah,
easily
yeah.
do that sort of stuff. EA, we talked
kind of
about
insane.
before. I said there's a rumor that the EA Play Game Pass merger is going to come back. So you're going to have a bunch of Bethesda games and you're going to have a bunch of EA games. So Game Pass is going to be crazy good to get, and it's true. EA Play is now out for Game Pass on PC. So when you use your Game Pass and you find a game you want, you sign into the Xbox app, you choose an EA game, and then you'll be prompted to install the EA desktop app, and then you will
Right.
download the game through EA Play desktop app. I still have Origin, so I'm not sure like what the
Yeah, I
EA.
still got Origin.
I still have. When do I get upgraded to EA Play? Is it like I think it's like a beta opt-in, but I haven't opted in because I don't see the reason to.
Well, I use GOG for EA stuff at the moment. I know it loads Origin in the background, but like I just like I'm not. It doesn't give me that prompt or anything.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know what's going on
I
there.
did get a game recently through Steam for Origin because I think I got Jedi: The Fallen Order because it was really cheap.
Yeah.
It was like 12
Yeah, it
to
was.
£15. I was like, okay, well, I would rather own it on Steam even if I have to, download and launch it through Origin sort of thing. So
Yeah, I was debating that, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to. I'm not linked Steam and Origin together, so I don't know if I want to do that yet or not. So
I mean,
you're already in, so
yeah. Xbox Live Gold will no longer be required for party chat, LFG services, and free-to-play games. It will now be called Xbox Live. Will now be called Xbox Network to differentiate itself from the paid service, which will be Xbox Gold. So
so you can. Well, is this the one? Yes, you don't need to pay to play free to play games, basically.
PlayStation you didn't need to pay for online services. You didn't need to pay to play free to play games, but you had to play online on multiplayer servers for lots of
Yeah.
paid games. Xbox, this whole time, you had to pay for a subscription just to talk to people and play free to play games on your Xbox. Now they're changing it because
Right.
it's a bit antiquated at this point. So now, to distinguish the services better, the baseline that you get is Xbox Network, which gives you access to your chats and free to play games. And then if you want to play online multiplayer on your paid games, then you need Xbox Live Gold or Xbox Game Pass,
Yeah.
that sort of thing. Oh, this is another Microsoft news. Auto HDR preview for PC is available today, so you can now set up Auto HDR for your games.
So it also detect if the content can do it or not.
Yep.
Right. Yes.
So to get started, we have.
This is going to be super useful.
I
Yeah,
think
because like, have you ever tried like using like HDR stuff when like you're not meant to? Like
I
it
don't have
really doesn't
I
work.
don't have an HDR monitor.
Right. Right. Okay.
Do you have one?
Um, Technically, yeah, but it's I've got it implemented in a weird way because I'm still Windows 7, so it's not quite the same as it should be. Like Windows 10 is like a way better system for it.
I think it's sort of similar to it's using like it's enabling on games that don't natively have HDR support. Auto HDR.
Hey.
Well, because it shows an image of Gears 5. I don't know that much about HDR, but it's showing like an image of Gears 5 where they're showing the
Oh,
standard
also
colours.
HDR.
They're
Right,
showing
right, right.
what Auto HDR would show you, and then it's showing you what native HDR would show you.
I'm not sure about what they mean by that.
Well, they said that they're adding Auto HDR for PC will take DirectX or Direct 12 games, and it's saying it's going to affect 1,000 plus DirectX 11, DirectX 12 games. So I'm assuming there's not 1,000 plus DirectX 11 and DirectX 12 games that have HDR. So I'm assuming
Yeah,
this is a feature that is going to
so
use some sort of
automat
intelligence
automatically add
to
it.
add HDR on top of images.
Yeah, okay.
So look.
But then how are they getting native? Like I thought, yeah, doesn't Gears 5 already have H? I don't understand.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like it implies like it's like if you it implies if a game has HDR like it's a different way to you'd have auto HDR instead of native HDR. I'm not sure
Yeah, so
about.
I
I don't
believe
really understand what's going on here.
this takes your existing library of um, SDR games and then adds HDR on top of them. So it's
Yeah.
a little bit like
Are they just using Gears here to compare what it like how it would compare to games with HDR just
yeah,
so you can
yeah.
see
So
like
they're saying this is
the
native
difference?
HDR and this is our generated
Yeah.
HDR.
You wouldn't actually use Ultra HDR on a game that already has HDR, I guess.
But this is like freaking cool news. This is like a big gaming thing from Microsoft. I still predicted that by April we'll hear more about DirectX storage. I'm really hoping
Yep.
DirectX storage comes to PC as I've just got another NVMe drive in my
You're ready.
motherboard.
You're
Yeah,
ready for the future.
I'm ready for those. I've got all my
I
games on
oh
NVMe. I'm ready for that
we
DirectX storage.
yeah, before the podcast we are talking about yeah, I'm still on DDR3 memory. Like I don't have like you were asking me if I had
NVMe
NVMe
drives.
drive slots. I'm like, no.
So
I'm on
they're called.
DDR3.
So you don't have any PCIe X4 slots.
No, no. Well, I do have one X4 slot left actually because I think I was lucky that this motherboard, like I think a lot of my generation motherboard would only have a graphics slot for that. But I don't really want to use it because my thermals aren't that great for the GPU. So like don't want to like I don't want to limit it any more than it already is. So
Mm. Right. I did when I installed mine. My second and PCIe X4 was underneath the graphics card, So I
Yeah.
had to take the graphics card out first, install it, and I had a thermal shield that came with my um, motherboard that's like got like pre-applied paste and like a sort of
Yeah.
like heat sink. So I don't think it's like a proper heat sink, but it's like a thermal shield like thing to help with cooling. I was like, well, if
No,
it's
I think no.
underneath the graphics card,
It normally is a heat. It normally is a proper heatsink if it's got paste on it. Like
because
it normally legit uses like the piece of metal to like as a heatsink.
they say with like the Gen 4 NVMe's, they might run hot enough that you would need like some sort of
Yeah,
heat sink on them.
they aren't hot enough for that.
But anyway,
Because
all
you remember when Corsair was like the only one that really had like a proper Gen 4 SSD and like it had like this
it
really
was like
beefy heatsink.
massive and had like a big fat
Yeah,
black heat sink on it. Yeah.
I think it was actually like you generally did need a heatsink for Gen 4 SSDs.
But I was saying to you, maybe it's worth just waiting for DDR5 and Gen 5
Yeah,
NVMe's
yeah. My
to
point
come
was
to
like it
motherboards.
entirely depends when stocks and like the world goes back to normal, like in terms of the CPU or chip shortages. And it's like
I
it
don't think it's
entirely
going to be
depends like how long it
2022.
is.
And we're supposed to get DDR5 consumer in 2021, and we're supposed to get um,
End of 21, right?
sometime in 2021 and
Yeah, but we need to wait for the chipset and the CPUs to support it
PCIe
though.
Gen 5 potentially
But Intel
2022.
claimed 2022, 2023 from like what they'd said
2000, yeah.
before, but I'm not sure if they're actually working on that yet. Like they haven't announced anything. Like we haven't got no like confirmed numbers or like confirmed rumors or anything. So who knows?
Mm. Anyway, speaking of being able to buy graphics cards, AMD said they're refusing to limit cryptocurrency mining. They said we will not be
Interesting.
blocking any workload. So as long as you're a cryptocurrency miner scalper and you're looking to buy a graphics card, you can buy some AMD cards.
Well, it's a good thing I'm a miner. Go
As long
straight for
as
AMD.
basic, I talked about the RTX 6700 series, didn't I? Not RTX, Radeon
Uh,
RX
yeah,
6000.
RX. Yeah, I can't remember what they called it.
But I was saying, it looks interesting, and it might fit in this slot between these two cards. But from what I've seen, the card is not going to exist. But it's not a good card. I think the 3060 is a way better card. Like
Yeah,
if left
3060,
if
3060 Ti
the
is like
3060
really well
Ti is a way
priced.
better card. I think from everything I've seen of graphic cards that don't exist, the 3060 Ti has been the one that's impressed me the most. That seems
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the card, the killer card. Like that's what the card I would say. Like most people should probably just get a 3060 Ti if the
Because
card existed in a theoretical
I
world.
was looking at it like for because my friend really wanted to get it. Like he was originally like pricing for like a 3060, and it's like actually if I just wait a few more months, I could like afford a 3060 Ti. It's like yeah, that'd be way more. That's well worth the money
No, you
to
can't
wait
afford a
for that upgrade.
3060 Ti. No one can get a
It's like
3060
in that
Ti.
perfect sweet spot of like of price to performance, in my opinion.
Yeah, I had like a friend messaging me saying, "Hey, is this a good PC?" And he linked me like a integrated CPU. I was like, "This PC doesn't have a graphics card in it. It's just like integrated graphics, and it's like
Right,
way too
right.
much money. And just if you wait like a little bit, give me like a year, and hopefully the PC market will go back to like being somewhat usable."
Yeah. I reckon in
Um,
6 months it won't be like back to normal or anything, but I reckon you could still it'd be slightly easier to buy something. I reckon, but yeah, I don't know.
I think
I'm
time.
hoping demand will lower.
We just gotta wait. Time is all we have for these
Yeah,
things. Risk of Rain 2 anniversary update is it is out now. They're bringing the Bandit Survivor from the first 2D game. He is now available to play in this game.
was this the one
Also,
that was voted on?
oh yeah, maybe actually. I don't remember what the results of that were. So maybe the
So I
Bandit
vaguely
one.
remember like I thought like people wanted the one from the previous game, and you wanted like a totally new class,
Yeah,
right?
so one thing they did was they designed the bandit, and they one thing they did was they had a different idea for what the bandit was going to be, but then
Right.
they decided they didn't like that, so they completely scrapped that idea for the bandit. And then what they did was they went, well, we're going to leave the idea for the scrapped bandit in the game files. So if people want to mod it and make it so you could play our scrapped idea for the
Oh, that's
bandit,
cool.
you can still play
Yeah.
that. So that's a pretty cool like thing. They've kept that in the files for modding
Sort of like the
purposes.
giant zombie in the Minecraft, like it's never used, but it's still in the
Yeah,
files technically.
I guess you could make an argument that people don't want to have to download files that they'll never use, but it
Yeah.
depends how big
They're
the
still
files are.
they're not normally too big though.
Mm.
They're not like texture files or anything. Like code like class code files tend to be a lot smaller.
But they're with this update, the anniversary update, they are reworking the ending. There's graphics updates, all of the mobs and stuff's getting updated, brand new shiny graphics, and there's a bunch of bug fixes. So
So this is really okay. This is
if
like a
if
big
you want to
update.
play Risk of Rain 2, now would be a fantastic time to start
Is
playing
it
Risk
on
of Rain 2.
is it on sale at all? Or is it like just
I don't know if it's on sale for the anniversary. It's on a
nah?
25% sale.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, so it's normally £20 since it released, and now it's on
Oh yeah, yeah.
£15. So yeah, good
That
fun.
drops to quite a reasonable amount then. Okay.
Risk of Rain 2, I've voted for this several times. I think I keep voting for this for the game that I love to play but suck at. Because I always start a run and then I'm like, I'll just do a quick run of Risk of Rain, and then like an hour or two later I'm like, oh, I'm still playing Risk of Rain 2.
Is that the one more turn
One more
syndrome?
turn for Risk of Rain 2. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that
Everyone's.
still a Steam award or was that I can't remember now.
I don't know anymore. Um, Payday 3 is now fully financed after Starbreeze signed a €50 million publishing deal. Guy Tony, just wait 2023 and we can play Payday 3 finally.
I'm really confused like because like
They
I
announced Payday 3 so long ago. If you
but yeah,
don't,
but it's like the whole financing thing is like it went in like the company went into like
yeah.
bankruptcy, then it
So
came
they
out, and
announced
then it's
Payday
I
3 a really long time ago, and then they were like, okay, we're gonna finish making Payday 2.
yeah to make
So
money.
they were like, they finished the story of Payday 2. Then they company that like the big company, Starbreeze, they went into like the Swedish form of bankruptcy, and then they were like, oh shit, we need money. So then they were like, we need to redevelop Payday 2 with DLC because it's content we have now and we need to generate more cash. And then that
Yeah.
seems to have stabilized, and then now they're going to use that money to with this publishing deal in order to fully realize their vision for the next Payday game.
So, but if it's 2023, then they must be starting development of like of it now,
I
basically.
feel
Like
like
they
they've
haven't
got.
done
I feel
anything
like they. I
before.
feel like they've got a. They've always been like working on it on the side, sort of thing. Because
I'm,
famously, Cyberpunk
hmm.
has been in development since like 2013, Tony. So, like it.
Yeah, but if you look at the reports of Cyberpunk, they didn't really start on it properly until like a couple of years ago. Like it hasn't been developed for as long as people think.
Yeah, but they've been doing some like work.
Yeah, like concepts and like I don't know. I don't know what the naming of it is, but it's like you're not working on like a full formula of the engine. Like you can't really like do proper work on it.
Yeah, I'm not saying they've been working on the engine of Payday
So they've
3. I'm saying that.
so I reckon they're gonna do proper development now for Payday 3. I reckon now they have the funding.
But I'm saying they have a lot of stuff already done, sort of thing. Like they have a lot
Okay,
of
they
ideas.
got the ideas
Yeah,
done.
yeah.
Things.
Red Candle Games, the Devotion developer, has announced that Devotion and all their future projects will all be on an eShop in a DRM-free format. So, after their deals fell through with they were taken off Steam, Concerned Gamers got them removed from GOG.
Oh yeah,
Um,
concerned
and
gamers.
you can now buy their games directly from their website, sort of thing.
Okay, well,
Their
I'm glad they're
their
still
eShop
going and
website.
they're not completely
Yeah, and
fucked.
their
But it's a
new
shame.
like platformer game they're making looks kind of interesting. So I'm gonna check that out when that comes out.
It's a shame that they've been let down by Valve and CD Projekt. So.
Yeah. The PS5 VR controllers have been officially announced. The PSVR 2 controllers, basically, they've got finger detection, they've got analog sticks, and inside-out tracking. They look very similar to like Index controllers or like the Oculus controllers. Looks a lot better than a DualSense controller, a PS Move, or a Banana. I'll say that.
Banana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I want to see like the full PlayStation VR system, like overall, before I like comment on this sort of stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm just gonna have to wait until we like get the full specs on
It still
the
looks a bit
big
weird to me,
PSVR.
but I don't know. I always like look at PS Control. Like this isn't. I'm not saying this is what actually like this isn't an actual rule, but I swear the more weird I think the controller is, the better reviews it gets when it's released. So
Innovative. The
yeah.
curse of always trying to make weird shit so you're different from the competition.
Well, no, I just think because I'm not like a VR player, like what I think is a good controller isn't actually what like translates to actual like usability. So like, in my
From
mind, the weirder it is, the better it
from
is.
using the Vive controllers, a lot of the time I kind of want to have a joystick. I found that
Yeah,
the idea of having a joystick has been a lot more like popping up in my head. Like it'd be a lot easier to
I
control.
want a joystick. Yeah,
The thing is, when you have the because you've used a Steam controller, so you've essentially used a Vive controller before. Because the Steam controller and the
yeah.
Vive controllers are very similar. So you have like the trackpad thing you can
The
scroll
haptic
on,
tracking
but
thing.
you can also
Yeah,
click on parts, but then sometimes it clicks other parts of it, and it's
I
not as
would rather have
accurate
an analog
as a
stick.
physical
Yeah,
button sometimes. Like,
yeah.
yeah, it's
I guess
yeah.
it's nice that you have the option for that, but like yeah, it's a bit inconsistent for like what you think it can do like per
Mm.
game.
Anyway, Valve has put a patent for envisioning a wireless and standalone version of the Index. This is a
Oh,
pretty big
interesting.
move because Valve has always said they just want to put out the best product they can possibly, which means no
It
exceptions in
does this plan
quality.
have like you can like connect to it directly to increase its performance? Was this like an only standalone thing
These are just
only?
like early patents, so
We don't actually know. Okay.
we don't know like the full extent of the patent. Maybe this could even be to do with like brain interfacing as well.
Yeah. No drills though, fortunately.
Because we have a third version of the patent scene has a rigid pad for gripping the optical lobe. Um,
Oh right, okay. So that's yeah,
because
okay,
they've
right.
shown like
I think I'm
different straps sort of thing to make it more
yeah.
comfortable. So they all include a large section of the rear of the head strap, which the patent says could contain hardware for operating the headset either wirelessly or in a standalone fashion. So either you would wirelessly connect it to the Index, or you would use it have a computer back there and use it as a standalone headset sort of thing.
Right, yeah.
So we'll have to see how they want to go down the road.
Oh yeah, I'm interested. I would be super interested. Like, I really want this to come. This to be like the perfect form,
Yeah,
basically.
I like playing stuff like recently. I've been playing Gorn in VR, and I'm like, man, this is really a VR space tester. Like like playing like Gorn. I'm like, I want to play Gorn on the Quest, where I can just go to a really big like field or room and then just fully go crazy in VR sort of thing.
Like a sports tool.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it'd be good exercise.
Yeah, for sure. Gorn is very good exercise,
Yeah.
that's for sure. We got also a Steam VR beta update. We got the docking update. So what this has allowed you to do is so basically when you're in VR, you have like basically a Steam overlay that you can get into out of your game, which will show you your desktop view, which is very useful because then I don't have to take off my VR headset every time I want to look something up on Google or I want to check a message on Discord. And it's fine for me because I've got 3 monitors, so I can hook
Yeah.
up I can put Discord on one monitor, Chrome on another monitor. What this is
And you
allowing
just
you
switch
to
between each
do
monitor.
is this is going to allow you to dock individual windows to Steam, and as well as docking them to your controllers. So what this is going to allow you to do is, say you have one monitor, you can then dock Chrome as a window, and then you could dock Discord as a window. So then every time you press the
Oh,
Steam VR button, you could
and you can
switch.
change the size.
Yeah,
Oh,
you could
okay.
switch between Chrome, you can switch between Discord, you can switch between your Twitch chat. Because that's another big thing is you'll have the ability to have a persistent window on your controller that you'll be able to see. Um, so you'll be able to, for example, if you wanted to if you're a streamer, you can put your Twitch chat on your controller, which is a thing that a lot of streamers do as a third party app. Um, through various software right now, but having this directly integrated into Steam VR is pretty cool through a beta update. Basically, with this and the Open VR update, they seem to be pushing forwards with this idea that they said in 2020 they wanted to make Steam VR 2, and it seems like we're getting closer and closer slowly to like a Steam VR 2. I mean, like, for example, I was watching the media player for I didn't even know Steam VR had a media player until I was messing around in the options, and I was like, wait, Steam VR had a media player and it hasn't been touched since like 2016. Like, no features have been added to it, sort of thing. So there's obviously some improvements that can be made to Steam VR. It's still infinitely better than like fucking using the Oculus or Windows Mixed Reality.
Yeah.
But I think how well a lot of VR headsets are doing, having the support to have any VR headset through the Open VR, and then the ability to have a really smooth experience in VR through Steam is going to really help push more VR headsets on Steam and more people playing VR. So that'd be cool to see. There was a Steam client beta update as well, which was they just did the remote play beta. They just did the remote play sale where they're trying to push remote play, and they've just done a beta update for remote play where you can now choose between 40 megabit streaming or 75 megabit custom bitrate options.
Yeah.
So you can now choose what quality you stream at. So if your person you're streaming to has a worse connection, you can set it to a lower bit rate. Or if they have a stronger connection, you can use the higher bit rate to get more quality, sort of thing, which is pretty cool to see. I don't know what the default bit rate for remote play was. I tried looking it up. I couldn't find anything about it. So I don't know if this is a increase in quality at all, or if it's just exactly what we had, but we're getting to choose. If this is adding more quality to remote play bitrate, that would be cool to see, because I think there's definitely a lot of improvement that can be added to remote play. I definitely think it does need a higher bitrate than what it currently has. So I'll have to see more about this. Obviously, this is a beta update now, but as more people pick up this story, I will probably be able to read like what the bitrate of Steam is at the moment, and if this is an upgrade. I have no idea, to be honest with you. Last piece of news before we end the podcast. Sony has co-bought the fighting game tournament EVO. I don't know if you know about this, but EVO is basically the big esports event for every single fighting game. So
right, I know a little bit of that. I don't know much at all, really. Though I only know a bit by name.
It's basically the mecca for fighting game esports.
Yeah.
So like when you want to go see fighting game esports, you look what games are going to be played at EVO. Like people, they want to see like Melee, Super Smash Bros. Melee, Street Fighter, Guilty Gear, Tekken, stuff like that. These are like big fighting game esports that people want to see, right? And there's like historical moments. Like I don't know if you know about Moment 37 of Diogo versus Justin.
No, I don't.
2004. Basically, there's a great video on YouTube about Moment 37. It's like one of the greatest moments in esports history, where in the really old Street Fighter games, there was like a super attack. I think it has like, I think it's called Moment 37 because it has 37 inputs. And basically, one of the players is on 1 HP, and they're getting hit by this move. And in this move, he's getting hit 37 times in different directions. And the only way he can not die to this is if he parries every single 37 inputs perfectly.
Oh my god.
And he does it, and he pulls it off, and he wins. And it's like it's one of the coolest moments in like esports. Obviously, I don't know like the exact, I've seen it and I understand the context, but like obviously I don't watch like I don't really watch fighting game esports, but even I can like understand like how cool that is. It's like a concept.
Yeah, that's insane. Like perfect timing and presses. That's insane.
See if I can pull it
That must be so. Yeah, I assume that
because
the crowd must go
people
nuts
use this as
from
an
that.
example of how in old games you'd have to block 37 moves, and then in the new Street Fighter games you push one button to block it.
Oh, that sucks. Okay.
Yeah. Legendary. I'm just playing it. He comes
Try.
back and then he just fucking kills him, dude. It's sick. You gotta. There's a great YouTube video about Moment 37. If you haven't seen it.
Like an analysis sort of thing.
Yeah, that kind of explains the
Right.
concept. Anyway, I'll see if we can send it to you later. Anyway, let's end the podcast. Petermology tweet. Did I put Petermology tweet? We talked about the PlayStation banana.
Yeah, we did.
Let's have a look.
Any new ones?
Yeah, just have to check if Petermology's done tweet recently. What is this? I'm just going to pull this up. Molly Jam partially found Game Jam for 2012 to 2013, where there was a game jam of what would Molydeux do next, where it was a game jam where people designed Peter Molyneux games. Flash.
I kind of like that as a concept.
Molly Jam, known also as What Would Molydeux, was a short-lived but popular game jam that ran from 2012 to 2013. The jam was inspired by Peter Molyneux, an account that parodied the crazy and ambitious visions of legendary game director Peter Molyneux, creators of Fable. The account would post off-the-wall concepts such as a racing game where you control the road, and my personal favourite, when the player kills henchmen in one game, the player sees reoccurring images of those henchmen's crying children in an unrelated sports video game. The thing is, the racing game you control the road is a real game. You can't drive this.
Yeah.
And that actually, I think, got updated recently. I think it came with early access, maybe. But yeah, there you go, guys. The latest Peter Molyneux tweet. There was a Peter Molyneux game jam called What Would Peter Molyneux? So, that's pretty fucking cool. Let's check that out. I think it was like a Flash thing. So it's cool that that's been archived. Or maybe it's not been archived. I haven't read this thread yet. With the Molly Jam servers going down with some time in 2016, these games are lost to time. No!
No!
No longer having a central hub to access them. This doesn't even begin to touch the games from 2013, with many being gone for a similar reason. The casualties include hundreds of Unity, Flash, and downloadable games, with the survivors being only those devs that mirrored them to other sites. No, guys, that is sad news. That is sad news, okay. Oh, hang on.
we'll be on VidMe.
You can check us out. Anything in between podcast on YouTube. Well, we'll be archived forever, and you'll be able to get all of the great stuff there. Twitch.tv/Scorn if you want to watch live, and at Scorn2000 if you want to catch up with me on Twitter. That's the end of the podcast. Goodbye.
Bye.